Well, welcome everyone. This is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So this is the new Star Trek universe action figure line from Playmates, who used to make these figures back in the day, and I never bought any of them because I don't know. I think I was buying other stuff back then. These are new sculpts, and I picked these up from Forbidden Planet in Cambridge. Must be a few weeks ago now. Now I'd seen them online. I mean, I'm a big fan of the original crew Star Trek movies. I think the first one I saw was Star Trek 2, which was the first movie I saw was Star Trek 3, which was in the cinema in Waltham Cross in Hertfordshire. And I mean, I'd never seen any of the other movies, only the original TV series. And it blew me away, especially when the Enterprise got destroyed. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the Enterprise got blown up. And then I saw Star Trek 2, the Wrath of Khan, which is my favourite movie out of all of them. And that would have been on ITV. Probably like in the would have been like the mid 80s. But I saw these figures. I say being re-released. They're brand new sculpts. But I saw them online, and I thought they looked great because I love the uniform from the Star Trek movies. But it wasn't until I was in Forbidden Planet, and I'd had a little look at them because there's a lot of new Star Trek merchandise that's recently come out. Check out my video for more details. My Cambridge Star Wars toy hunt, and I was in the queue to pay for. I bought it was when I bought my Stormtrooper, my Navarro Stormtrooper with that cannon. We'll say no more about it. I'm not going to bring it up again. And I was in the queue, and it just meant I had a bit more time to look at these Star Trek figures. And I think they looked all right online, but up close in the wild, I thought they looked great. I mean, I know some people are not that happy with the actual faces on the sculpts. I mean, I think Spock looks okay. I've heard a lot of people moaning that Kirk looks too young to be Admiral Kirk from Star Trek 2. I think he looks alright. I mean, people got to remember that Admiral Captain Kirk, I mean, he did age throughout the films, and as we all do. But I don't know how old he would have been in Star Trek 2, but it looks good to me. And also it comes with the accessories. And I think the main point was the price as well, $12.99 each. And I kind of think if Playmates can bring out a brand new sculpt with all these accessories on decent card backs. I mean, look at this compared to all the issues that I've had or everyone's had with the Star Wars vintage collection line, and they can do that for $12.99. I mean, I don't know how they can do it. Unless we're being ripped off by Hasbro Pulse. But that's another story. But yeah, I'm really excited to get these open. So I'm only going to open Admiral Kirk today. So give me a minute to inform my crew and I'll get rid of Spock. So here is Admiral Kirk. So the back of the card, you've got, I mean, you might have seen my Star Wars short on YouTube. Not Star Wars, Star Trek short with Admiral Kirk on there. But yeah, this is the back of the card. So they also had Khan as well. And I don't know, I just kind of thought, I'll just get Kirk and Spock, see how they are. Because I've never bought any of the Star Trek figures. The last Star Trek figure I had, which I've still got, is Spock and Decker from the Mego, the 3.75 figures from the 70s. I mean, I would have got them in the early 80s. So me and my brother both had a set. So we both had Kirk and Spock, Decker and Spock. But I used to think Decker was Kirk because he had the yellow outfit. So I always used to, when I was playing with my figures, I always used to have him as Kirk. I mean, I hadn't seen the movie, so I didn't know who Decker was. But yeah, this is a great card back. I also had a look at the Next Generation figures, and again they look great. You know, it was a good series. I'm not as into the Next Generation as I am the original crew and series, but I would like to pick them up. The Discovery figures, again, they look good, but I'd lost interest in that series by Series 2. It was just unwatchable, really. I don't know what's going on. I just couldn't watch it, and I'm really disappointed that I couldn't watch it because I really enjoyed the first series. And then I love this Q code on the back with Q on there. I think that's great. Lovely little touch. But yeah, so this is Admiral Kirk. Let's get him open. And again, it does seem a shame to open this because it's such a great card back. But I really want to get this one out and hopefully display him and just see what the quality's like, because if he is good, I would like to possibly get some of the Next Generation figures, and hopefully if this line does well, they'll release more of the Star Trek movie figures from the original crew. So let's get this bad boy open. So there's Admiral Kirk. Right, first impressions. I think he looks fantastic. So right, I'm just going to get him out of the packet because I'm going to need to cut this. So give me a minute to inform my crew. Right, so here he is out of the packet. Let's just get him into focus. Oh, come on. This is fantastic. I mean, he looks absolutely amazing. I mean, the detail on his uniform, second to none. They've done a really, really good job. Like all the detailing. I mean, they've got all the right features of the uniform, especially as he's an admiral. Because I think my concern was that they'll well, if this figure line does well, they'll obviously re-release Kirk as a captain. But this uniform sculpt is admiral. So yeah, I mean, I'm well happy. I mean, one of the things I remember from Star Trek 4, which again I saw in the cinema at Waltham Cross, was when Admiral Kirk was demoted to captain, and then they got the Enterprise A. Although he had the captain's, well, you know, all the captain's badges on his uniform, he still had the gold bit on his outfit, and I just thought that really. I don't know what, I just thought, come on, if you're going to change your uniform, you've got to take the gold. You're not an admiral anymore. So I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but that's one of those little things that, you know, I mean, they probably weren't going to, waste money changing the whole uniform for 10 seconds on the Enterprise. But yeah, if you ever see the movie at the end, that's one of the little things that gets me, that they never bothered taking the gold off his uniform or giving him a new uniform now that he was a captain. But yeah, this is a great sculpt. It's got great detailing, great colour. I'm happy with the I'm happy with the head sculpt. I think it does look like William Shatner, and it does look like Admiral Kirk from the well, I suppose he looks very much like William Shatner from the motion picture. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that is a good. I think that is a really, really good sculpt. I'm well happy with that. So he comes with 3 accessories. So I'm just going to put them. I'm just going to put them on him. I mean, one of them is this. Let me just put him down there. So one of the accessories is this. So I'm going to have to read up and see what this is, because this just looks like I don't know. It looks like a it looks like one of those door wedges that you would use to keep the door open. I don't know what that is. And then he's got his phaser, which, you know, it's got a good bit of detail on there. Because in Star Trek 2 and 3, the phasers were a lot more kind of over the top and chunky. So they were based on the original, but they were a bit more over the top and chunky. So I'm happy with that. I've heard some people say, oh, it's a bit oversized, but I think it's perfect. And then this is, I think this is his communicator, kind of his wrist communicator, and it was I remember it in Star Trek 2 when I think when he picked it up and he called Khan a bloodsucker. So I think that's what that is. So I'm just going to put all the accessories on Kirk and see what it looks like. Right, so there's Kirk with his phaser and his wrist communicator, and I've got to say that the articulation, I think it is really good. I mean, I've heard people say that the joints are kind of loose and everything. I don't agree. My one's nice and stiff. Yeah, I've got no complaints from me. I think the articulation is second to none on this one. I've got nothing negative to say about this at all. Nearly missed this bit. It actually comes with a stand as well in the Federation emblem. Let me try and get that into focus. Which is a nice touch. So you can stand these guys up. Right, let me just set him up. Yeah, I've got to say this Admiral James T Kirk, it looks awesome. For this action figure, do you know what? It's not. I mean, it's not the best action figure in the world, but for the sculpt, the paint applications, the accessories. I mean, even though it's got this wedge that I don't know what it is. I'll chuck that there. The cost £12.99 each. I'm going to give this figure 10 out of 10. I mean, it does everything that an action figure should do. I think it's great. I still want the well, I call it Ertl. You know the company that used to make the Knight Rider and the A-Team die-cast cars. I always wanted the Ertl Star Trek. Was it Star Trek 3 figures? I could never afford them back in the 80s. And this is, again, I loved the movie and I loved the uniforms. And for me, this is a bit of nostalgia, and that's what's kind of sold it to me. It's it's spot on. You know, what more can you ask for? And £12.99. I'm looking forward to opening Spock. I'm definitely going to be buying some more of these figures, probably the next generation ones. I don't know, let your eyes be your guide. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 figure. Christmas is coming, stocking fillers, costs hardly anything. Make sure you get your partner one of these for Christmas. Highly recommended. Yeah, definitely worth picking this up. You know, it's fantastic. I mean, I've got to be honest, I'm a bit blown away by it. I've always wanted a Star Trek 2, Star Trek 3 figure, and this is great. I can't praise it enough. It's just it's blown me away. I'm speechless. So that is the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care. Join me in the next one, which hopefully will be in the next couple of days. The vlog is over.